And now for part 2 of Eduardo Rossi's story. If you haven't heard part 1, I highly suggest you go ahead, click over on the previous episode and get caught up. Give you a couple moments for that. You did it? You did? Alright, good. Let's continue. When we last left off, Eduardo was being released from the Sao Paulo Youth Academy. Unfortunately, the coaches told him because of his diminutive size that he would probably have to give up on his dream of playing professional football. But a twist of fate would change young Joaquinho's fortunes forever. New dedicated efforts by Ajax scouting to find talent in South America had stationed scouts in Brazil. Hearing of Joaquinho from local scouts, they went and watched him play in various under-19 tournaments. And then, when word had gotten out that Sao Paulo was letting him go, Ajax moved quickly to pounce, because various other clubs were vying for the young man's services, including the legendary Brazilian club Santos, and even Barcelona came a-ticking with a spot at their La Masia. But Eduardo would end up deciding to go with Ajax because they offered him something that none of the other clubs did. And that was, additionally to signing Eduardo, they would go ahead and sign his father and bring him over as a coach as well as a translator for the team. And with that, Eduardo was brought over to the world-renowned Toekomst Academy. Upon his first medical examination, a couple of odd irregularities were found. For starters, Eduardo's left foot was actually a full inch shorter than his right, which would explain his lack of control in his off foot. So special boots were fitted to the boy that not only helped with his touch, but increased his speed and balance. A nutritionist found that he had a massive deficiency in iron and calcium, so she prescribed large amounts of sardines into his daily diet. With these changes and some legal growth steroids, Eduardo saw himself have a late growth spurt. He went from 4'11" at the age of 15 to 5'8" by the age of 16. And with his body filling out, not only was he able to keep up, but his effectiveness on the pitch increased exponentially. He was once again able to dominate his competition like he was when he was younger. And what once seemed like a promising role player for Ajax now quickly became one of the highest rated prospects ever to come out of the famed Toekomst Academy, since maybe even the likes of Johan Cruyff. And with bright stars like Casper Dolberg, Abel Haknori, and Van der Beek graduating the academy at the same time, people were starting to whisper about a new golden generation at Ajax. And when it came time for Eduardo to sign his first professional contract, he and his father broke down into tears to know that his son was able to fulfill his dreams, and for Eduardo to know that he could finally pay back his father who had sacrificed so much for him. The emotions were just too much. But even through the tears, his father told him that this was only the beginning. Eduardo then chose to don the number 21 shirt in honor of his late mother, whose birthday was also on the 21st. And he began a tradition where he would say a little prayer every time before he took the pitch, asking for his mother to go ahead and watch him play. And with that, guys, that is going to head and conclude the story of how young Eduardo Rossi came from the streets of Sao Paulo, Brazil, and made it over here to Amsterdam. And if you enjoyed that story of Eduardo Rossi, most humbly ask you take your hard nipple and smush it hard right into that like button right there. Can we hit 150 likes? That would just warm the cockles of my heart. We're only 6 away. And you know, good things. Speaking of good things, Casper Dolberg tied along Jorgensen with 16 goals atop the Eredivisie, as well as tied for most assists. A sensational, just a fantastic season for the wonderkid. But now let's go ahead and get into a press conference. All right, the manager of Ajax Football Club will now take questions. First question is from Ajax Daily. They ask, how are you preparing for the rivalry match up against PSV?
The rivalry is always important, but I will treat this like any other game. Well, we have been drawing too many games for my liking lately. We are still atop of the league, and everyone has to chase after us.
Too many draws, huh? Sounds like you aren't playing to win. More like playing not to lose. How boring.
Santi Escobar, what are you doing here?
Well, I thought I'd make this a joint presser. You know, since your press conferences are so dull. Almost as dull as the football your team seems to play every weekend.
Dull? We have scored the most goals in the league.
Really? You guys have scored the most? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even notice because I'd fallen asleep by the first half. Come on, guys. If this is what Japanese football has to offer Europe, then I'm choosing tapas over sushi any day.
Santi Escobar, this is a shameful display.
Then prove me wrong, Hiccup, my boy. Come at me, bro. Play some offensive football is all I'm asking.
You think I'm that stupid? You sit at 11 points off the top in the third place. I know this. I also know that the only chance of you taking the title is a win tomorrow. This is a desperate, Santi. Give me one reason why I would play into your counter-attacking style of football.
Let me think. Because you're not a giant fucking pussy?
The only giant pussy I know of is your ex-girlfriend after I smashed it. I stretched that bitch out.
Okay, that's enough. Conference over, ladies and gentlemen. You two, settle it on the pitch. That is all for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Well, that was quite eventful, wasn't it, guys? Okay, we're into it, man. Rivalry match. They all filled it all out. We're going with the big boys here. Apologies quickly before we get into this match of not getting these episodes out sooner, just because I have, I'm starting a new job and all these things, but I'll be trying to get out a double upload this weekend, try to get out this episode as well as another episode on Sunday or Saturday, so go ahead and be watching out for that. Let's go ahead and get into this. As you can see, as we said earlier, we are quite ahead. We're actually more than 11 points off the... What are we even talking about? We are 14 points ahead of our rivals in Santi Escobar. So this is pretty much it for them. This is their one hope. Do we go offensive? I mean, I'm tempted, man. I'm tempted to go ahead, smash some puss, just like I was talking about in the press conference, but I could sit back, man. I could play this with the cards and just sit back, absorb the pressure of the, 4-3-3, and then hit them with the offensive, tactical power of a 3-4-3. 3-4-3 things. We're going to have to go ahead and see. Are we up to it, lads? Are we up to this, or can this be a turning point in the season? And that is not a very good way to start off with. Digging the ball, just giving it away carelessly in the midfield. Then, lax defending. We're all over the place. We are on skates. Leading on to Ziyang into the middle. And Onana. I love your safe, friends. And then it will be more of them. Once again, this was their game plan. Sanchez able to get a boot on it, but once again, probably go again if Gordado is not in the way. And he knows that could have been crucial. That was for their season right there. Now the knocker into the middle. Our first bit of offensive play from Ajax Galmeda's just going ahead. They're letting him in, so why not? Good little save right there. Not the best of finishes. Now Ziyech, who's been quiet at times this season, goes ahead, flips it into the middle. Dolberg is denied by the post. And how did that not find the way in, especially the form that he is in? Sensational stuff. And that was not a sensational finish from Hendricks over there. And then it would be Ajax's turn to go ahead, come once more. Ziyech going ahead, patient play. Dolberg goes ahead, keeps on firing. Another great save, forcing the keeper beyond his tippy toes. And then it'll be into the middle, more dangerous stuff. Sanchez always putting out fires, man. Love that kid, love his tenacity. One of the big younger boys. And this one does not get enough credit. And then I do a careless slide tackle. Then I over pursue him one time. Tete able to poke it away, but then Ramselaar gets past everyone, finds the woodwork again. And that was pretty much the best goalkeeper. And is that penalty? No penalty. The ref swallowing his whistle right there as we go ahead once more. Now Dolberg into a dangerous position, turns it around, fires it far of the post. Because nothing was going on, man. Both teams getting into dangerous positions, both teams finding woodwork, but no one wants to put one into the back of the old onion bag. Just nothing, nada. Benton Doctor, good little stuff right here. Going over to the danger man. Dolberg cuts inside. Casper the friendly ghost. What is he going to do right here? Fake shots away. Gets taken down right into the back of the knee. No! Nowhere near the ball. And I guess apparently they just want to gift us the title because this... Where are you going? He's going away from the ball and he just lays into it. Back of the knee. Rolling up on the ankle. A little bit dastardly. Dilberson is the one to go ahead and earn it, so we're going to give it to him. Calm, cool, collected, slots it into the side netting, and we're going to keep Saham. We're going to keep Saham, but looking all sexy, the friendly ghost, in his new messy white and reds. Definitely matching up with that Ajax. Look at those delightful boots right there. Going ahead, stepping up. P rolls it in. Now we do the Laffy Taffy. Get in, man. I've been trying this new P-roller technique that I learned from FUT. It's way harder to save these guns, apparently. I guess in FUT, but there we go. what is even more lovely is 17. Hopefully that puts him atop of the league past Jorgensen of Feyenoord. And we're going to go ahead and bring in the man of the hour, the man that we told the story about, Eduardo Rossi. Can he be the difference? Can we put a second one up on the board? Or will it be another frustrating draw for us? Or could? 60 minutes, a lot can happen right here. Arias trying to make something happen right away. They say you're most vulnerable right after you score, and that could be the thing. Can it be the thing right here? Beautiful little flick over the top. Tucker flies in, can't get it. Tenny Tente flicks it in, lifts it up, and once again, no finishing boots. None can be found in the nation of the Netherlands right now. And then Onana, fantastic stuff. Left stranded on an island, and he says, "What is thy name?" And the number 10, a PSV, frustrated once more. Love you, Onana. Love you, Onana. And then classing from distance, he says, "Why not have a go?" This is Jurju's guy, or however you say his name. This keeper for PSV has been every up to the snuff as Onana, and it has been a duel. If not for that silly penalty, probably could have kept the clean sheet into the middle. And this is what I'm talking about. How does Adam Milson not put this away? Bailey over there just needs to tap both of them. Just need to tap it onto the inside. But a heroic performance. He should get a freaking Team of the Week card after this performance, man, because they kept him in this match. Ajax, at the end of the day, though, Santi Escobar, suck on my nuts. Because that is all that she wrote. Not the most fantastical game, not the most entertaining game, but we did what we needed. It was very businessman-like. And it's not like we didn't play attacking football. We definitely came at them, they came at us. It was back and forth, but it was just one of those games, as Nep likes to say, where just neither one of us wanted to finish, apparently. And the keepers were pretty good. They were pretty darn good. Kasper Dolberg and a silly penalty. You hate to have it come down to the refs sometimes, but them be the rules sometimes. 10 shots from us, 9 shots from them. Sensational scenes, man. Great offensive play. Not so great offensive, finisher right there. Now we're going to go ahead and buy a little bit of these boosted training sessions to go ahead and try to train up Eduardo Rossi. We're going to try to, I guess my target is maybe get him to 70 by the end of the season would be delightful. Remember, he does have the potential to be special. Hopefully I'm not overtrained. I got to go ahead and check out a little bit of Bama Strikers videos and get caught up on all that mess. Now we're going up against Napoli in the second leg. The first leg, we absolutely pounded them. It was 3-0. In fact, a lot of guys by the dislike button really didn't like the result in the first one, saying that it was unrealistic. And to that I say, I apologize, but that's how it rolls sometimes, Sometimes there are upsets in real life football as well. Like, who would have predicted Leicester was going to win the league? Nobody, everybody and their mom, even Leicester fans would have screamed unrealistic, a year ago for Leicester winning the league. But it happens, man. And as a Manchester United fan, I remember a certain team from the Eredivisie defeating us last year in Champions League. So, I don't know. I apologize, but the only thing that I could have done was replay it so that Napoli looked better. But they just didn't. They got into great positions. They just didn't finish. And for some reason, at the end of the match, instead of trying to play damage control, 2-0 is not a terrible result in the first leg. They went all out and tried to get one back, and then we scored on the counter. That's not my problem, man. If the computer is stupid, they fucking stupid. Alright? So Napoli coming at us again with almost the same exact lineup. Us, on the other hand, with a comfortable 3-0 lead, have the luxury to start a lot of our second teamers. Spilar, Isak, Mbappe, Lawton, Cherney, Shona, Nori, and all the other good faces up in there. Who else am I looking at? Van der Beek on it. And now Mbappe, Lawton into the middle, goes ahead, cuts it onto the mid. And, good. It was okay play from us. It definitely felt like our second team was out here. And look at this, though. Bruin in. This is one of our not our scout future stars, but just one of the kids that we have scouted from Belgium over here. The young center back was doing work. Going ahead, getting the slide tackle, then winning the ball back. And then right here, in a tackle that he has to make. Otherwise, it's one-on-one with the keeper. He does that. Not so much. He goes ahead and lets it in. Jorginho! And an amazing save from Spilar. Could this be a repeat of last time where Napoli kept on getting into amazing positions, but just terrible decision-making? Should have gone across the body of the keeper right there. Instead, tries to go near post. And there, Spilar. I sing the praises of Onana, but we are stacked in a lot of positions. at very, very young ages. So it's going to be interesting in the following season what's going to go on. Veltman going ahead and linking up. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stop play here because we suffer another injury. Mbappe Lawton this time goes ahead, hits the Medicab next to his name. We're going to go ahead and bring in the much maligned Eunice, who we put out on loan. And look at this. This is an odd injury. Kind of steps on the player and then turns over. Not really sure what he's grabbing. Maybe the shoulder? But there we go. Eunice, the German, going ahead and getting some of his first units since returning to the team from his loan stint. And then Insigne. Look at this, man. How am I supposed to guard this? This is ridiculous. Absolutely skins past everyone. But once again, getting into great positions, becoming unguardable with their delightful close control dribbling, and then just firing it right into the keeper. So maybe I'll pose this question to you guys. I'll leave it up to a vote. Do I turn down the shot accuracy so that when they're in more dangerous positions like that one right there, they're a little bit more clinical? We've seen other people kind of do it. Channing Sports does it, as well as Cutsies, and a lot of other career mode YouTubers have just seen that, like, yeah, the CPU just isn't as clinical as they'd like this year. So do I turn it up? Go ahead, leave it in the vote, and whatever you guys decide, I will go ahead and turn it up, or leave it the same, or I don't know. I guess I'll do all those things. But you see, my finishing's not all that great all the time either. Cherney left completely unmarked. The other one could have been the dagger in the heart, but unfortunately, no mas. And then a beautiful over-the-top ball to Berardi, the Italian, absolutely rinsing us once again. Just has to go in place, laying it off, and Insigne will not miss from there. Finally, their superior talent is rewarded. They were running rings around us at times, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Insigne, their danger man, was practically unguardable. There was nothing I could do, especially, with defenders that have like under 60 agility right there. He was going to absolutely do circus tricks around me. And Svilar protecting the near post on most of them, but that's pretty much an open goal. Might as well be from that position. We're going to have to try to bring in some fresh legs in here. Bertrand Traore, as well as a young Brazilian wonderkid, Eduardo Rossi, seeing if he can make a difference early on. Well, not early on, late in this one, 77 minutes. Could be a little bit interesting, man. Could be. And then look at this beautiful over the top Insigne into the middle. And then a great little block away. And then a second one. And Milik going ahead, not being able to finish off. I believe Milik was like, yeah, wasn't he like an ex-Ajax player right there? Not able to go ahead and return in all his glory over there. And we didn't bring our finishing moves either. Isak, absolutely horrid finish right there. Look at this, man. Just take one touch far, at least put it on target, but that is a clear yard short of the corner. In the 90th minute, Cherney going ahead, linking up. We're just being patient with it. We got that 2-goal lead. We don't want to be too much with it. And then to the inside, gets taken away, but Isak, that's what I love about him, winning the ball back, putting it over to Cherney. One more to Units, and right into the path of Rui Patricio. Can they get one more attack in this? Insigne breaking on it, getting it. He can go on the outside, but unfortunately holds it up. That is not what you need when you're down 2 goals on aggregate. And we will advance. Easily could have gone differently if Napoli had decided to actually finish some of their incredible chances, and they had a plenty. They had, you saw it right there, you can rewind the episode back, they had 2 other clear, very, very good chances, if not more. They easily could have beat us. We easily could have been knocked out on a different day. I don't know if it was what's in the water, I don't know if it was the rain. Whatever it was, we get away with one in this one. This episode, I'm not gonna lie, it was not the best gameplay on either side. There was good offensive chances, but just nobody wanted to finish for some reason. But that's how FIFA is some days. Some days it's fantastic. You're playing, 3-4, bangers. And other days, you inching out 1-1s, or you're just grinding out an aggregate result. But these are the things that you gotta win. These are the results that you gotta get if you want to advance, if you want to be successful. It's not always going to be pretty. I go ahead and admire the grit of our lads. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Remember, go ahead and smash out that like button. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, getting that backstory, go ahead and click right here. Ding. And if you haven't checked out the Manchester United crewman, I highly suggest you go ahead and click over there, right there. Ding. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoying the weekend. Best of luck in all your Team of the Year polls in Ultimate Team. My name is Mimanos. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, and be weird.